Okay, so this is earlier today at about, I think, 8 o'clock in the morning or something like that. I'm going to see in a second. The clock comes in. So this account has barely been, hardly been traded. I barely traded this account. And this is a playback of me throwing in scripts, trading the British pound and the euro dollar simultaneously in price pulses of a half hour, clean half hour, 90 minutes clean, reverses, bing, bong, you know. And I realized at some point here that I maxed the account out. I go from about $2,000 down to about $1,200, and I'm in about $1,300 a margin, which is about 6 standard lots. And I'm just going straight out. And I finally end up at 2,800 or 2,600, riding the storm out of the new lows that came in this morning in the market. So in this playback mode, I can take it forward and back in the future and see the well, you can't always see it because when the account goes into the red, like there's no margin left, then you can't even see it because you'd have to scroll down so fast. So there's instances in here where I'm able to scroll down. But I'm also in the trade myself on the euro side, and I'm trading the British pound knowing that the euro and the British pound aren't going to move. They're not going to smash down together. So it's like a right-left kind of situation. The euro's not tanking. The pound is. The pound's rallying. The euro's getting butt fucked. Okay, so that if you're watching in real time like that, it's just how much they're doing that, and the pound's doing it more than the euro. So if you're going to add the pound to the mix of what you perceive to be the so-called central dollar index, which is dollars going nuts to the upside, you know, well, let's put end of the petrodollar. Listen, this is all bullshit. If I hear one motherfucker say the end of the petrodollar, I'm like, dude, do you have a guitar that has 5 strings? So you have a bass guitar that has 5 strings. That's all that matters right now. Let's be real. I don't care about anything else. So here it is. Demo account. Everything's a fucking 1K and no market orders. I don't think there's no market orders on here. I saved that for my own money. So I'm not going to execute, although I'm cashing out at the market. If I think that, oh, you know what? We're in the seller's window. This is a dead cat bounce. We're done, but let's get the fuck out because I'm in 3 standard lots. Let's just cash out. We just made $300, $400. Let's just get out. So I do that in this video and not catching everything because, you know, sometimes you have to leave the room. And so I am watching it thinking, yeah, I could take off a leg. I mean, so the balance between, am I going to ride the whole fucking storm out for the big kahuna, giant, big picture target, which it may have a 300, okay, it may have a 30 pip fucking entry window. Like, it's not that 5 pip entry window that you had when it was Asia time. And it was like, oh, this great setup. Looks like a perfect setup. Like, it looks safe as fuck. In this video, all I'm doing is throwing in my scripts. So I'm saying I'm going to buy low. I think it's going to tank. And you can see me stacking up the buy limits into the plunge, and then we overfill. I did scroll down and see we ran out of margin, and we only had about $300 of margin left, and the account was running at about $1,200. But it's trading 2 instruments at once. So it's a little rugged. Although, when the pound's making money, it's making money, right? It's a wonderful day because it is so vicious. It's down 20 pips, and I'm running a 20 pip grid on this instrument. So in the pound right here, coming into the open, just that 5-minute window before and after the bottom and top of the hour is insane. 8 o'clock, and you know, daylight savings time issues there where the charts aren't really updating the way you would want them to, although, you know, you can have a synthetic chart or 1 hour chart. 1 hour chart's good all day long, right? So maybe 4 hour chart's kind of I get that it's a good setup, but you're talking about being able to survive a 30 pip window of entry as opposed to, okay, yeah, you're going to sit there on the 5-minute chart and wait for a fucking headshot and pull the trigger. That's completely different than riding the storm out of a psycho wave of fuck nuttery from people that are out of their fucking mind, full of shit. Oh, it's going to this, it's going to that. Like, dude, it's going sideways for 80%. Shut the fuck up. Markets go sideways 80% of the time. Shut the fuck up with that. We're just trying to sell newspapers. So don't give in to that ridiculousness. And for here, I ain't got time for indicators because it's all about layering in the tickets. And we could have cashed out. I could have had another computer open for this account just for the British pound and be like, okay, we're out of that trade. That trade's over. And you'll see me get out of this trade just like I did in the other file I can't find right now, where I just get out. And I'm like, that is fucking, like, it's retraced and it hesitates for 3 minutes, the pound. Bye-bye. So in here, without any time lapsing, unless I do it on playback here, it's all real time. 3 hours of trading basically on this file. So I'm going to make it longer apparently because I'm not even fucking playing it yet. But I just want to give you the preliminary situation. So here we are. We're into it. It's real time playback. So suffer the 3 hours and 40 minutes of trading. I was awake. I was awake through this whole session. And I'm trading my real money. And I'm trading just the euro. So let me take a look at that euro there. So, and now I'm still in the fucking trade because I'm in a giant swing trade. Swing trade from hell. Because I believe the euro is going to go up and the dollar is going to go down now. Because, it's over. But this is earlier today. But I'm just talking about right now as I do this video. So it's 8 o'clock at night. But it's 8 in the morning. So it's hilarious. I'm 12-hour out of sync from this fucking market right now, and I'm in the euro still. So, but if you can imagine this market pulling back, and it fucking does. Now the funny thing about this right now, at this point of the video, notice the price. It's $1.32 for that fucking pound, dude. You gotta shell out some cash. Bring your fucking wallet. Now, what you see on the tick chart is just the euro dollar, and I'm trading that with my money, and I'm like, this thing's gonna pull back again, and we haven't even got to the news coming out, if there's news, or 8:30, and we got the stock market, so I can fast forward if you want. So we could just blow through that, and then we start getting filled. Everything that's flashing here is 10 pips from getting filled on the pound, and I'm getting in front of the pound, and this is the pound right now. I'm getting in front of it really big. I'm laying in these tickets. Now, let me see if I can't really fast forward. This thing doesn't have that ability, but I don't know how this platform play. So I'm just gonna jump ahead. Okay, now it is coming up on the critical 8 o'clock. And this is the euro, and I've loaded the wagon with my money and this demo account's money on this fucking psycho wick. So this is the trade I'm in at this time of day. I am not getting out of this trade, but on this account, I think I just dumped the pound only, and I dumped the pound just before it smashes down and just rapes the account. So there's a certain point later on when it's crushing into all these tickets. Now, right now, I'm only in a 2K. I'm only in 2 positions on the pound. So I'm starting getting lightly. I'm expecting the pound to go smashing down and just blow everybody's brains out all over again, and it does. And it goes lower and lower. Before the Dow Jones opens, which is an hour and a half from now, it is fucking brutal. So right here, what you're seeing is all the limits I got standing in front of, like, we're going to fucking Helltown, and we do go down there. Now, how do we get down there? If I trade a dead cat bounce, if that's real money, I'm probably going to go, that's $400. Let's just get out. Right? It wicks down. It retraces. We're out. Let's get the fuck out. So now I'm expecting the crush to come for the next. We're just going to go rifling down. Okay, so I can fast forward at this point. I feel like I'm playing back my slides of the family. Oh, we went on a trip, and remember you got out of the car when it was moving? Yeah. We had those suicide doors on that Lincoln. Yeah, I'm listening. Well, Now this, you don't think that. Now here's where I'm loading it. So I'm loading the wagon, and these are 1 hour. So I figure these are 1 hours. These are very low risk in the sense that they're going to decay in 1 hour, and we're waiting for the market to smash down. We're expecting a brutal sell-off, and it's more brutal than I thought because I put so many right here, right? So this is real time. Look at this vicious pullback. It's already filling. This is a British pound. I'm sorry, this is euro dollar. They're going to smash it again. Now, it seems like this is a good place to buy, and I guess, but they're going to fucking smash that down again, dude. That is a 10 pip grid I'm running on the euro. So the euro's got a 10 pip grid, and there's a 20 pip grid. When we go to the pound, it's a 20 pip grid, so you got to keep that in mind. So this is a 10 pip grid. The big blacks are the big rounds. And on the pound, we're running a 20 pip grid to make it fair, kind of visually fair. Also, we're cheating there. We have to compensate for the fact it's fucking brutal. But the euro here, wow, look at this fucking sell off again. And now we're going to go through that wick, trust and believe, because I know what happens. I know how this movie ends, but everybody else does. I'm sure that saw that traded it this morning, but it's just, and I don't have my finger on the trigger now. If it was real money, trust and believe, I'd be like, oh, just let's refresh that. And this is where the double clicks come in handy, because you could, if you have a double click available, you just ding ding, double click it, and it's going to lay this track. Those arrows you see right there, you should be able to throw those in and front run the market with that. You got a 15-minute, a half hour. You're driving the car. They're mobile kind of things. You'd have to have a Windows tablet though to really execute them on an MT4. So you got to make that accommodation. So you do have to go to the vaccine guy to get your code running. You have to sign up for a vaccine. Hey, that's the new Windows 12 says you got to have 12 boosters to use Windows 12. I don't know if it's true. Just throwing it out there. Anybody think is it possible? Could it be? Should it be? Damn. So this, I know how this story ends. So we fast forward, and it's going to get brutal. Trust and believe. I'm throwing orders in. Okay, so now I'm throwing more limits into this. Now this is the pound, and the pound is not done pounding down. Trust and believe. And I think this is the first dive in, and we're holding about $2,000 here. We get into about 4 standard lots across 2 currencies. I don't know how much percentage per currency. This is swing trading, buying new lows. I'm trying to move the fucking screen here like it's real. So for a minute there, I thought the market. So you got to be careful. I thought the market was open right now. I feel like I'm in the trade because I am in that trade right now. 12 hours from it's 12 hours. We are down in that same fucking price. Is stupid. But look, this thing's gonna go down. Now here's where I think I got too aggressive again. And you can't believe it because I'm not even buying anything. These are all limits that filled. No market orders. This is the euro on the right on the tick chart. And it's just, so let me fast forward. You can see this thing's they're going to clobber this thing. They just keep poking it down. We haven't even got to the stock market open. So let's get to about 8:30 here. We should be filled on something by 8:30. So fast forward. Look at, so here it is a quarter after 8, and look at this fucking pound. Holy shit, dude. So this is where I can't even see how big I'm in because it just fucked the terminal over with all these tickets. So here's where we take some heat. We're taking on, and I got 20. You see the tickets I'm throwing out here. I'm going to delete the arrows so I can see the new tickets I'm throwing in, but they're all 1Ks. And look at that, right at 15 minutes after. Look how shaved candle this is. Still could plunge, and if it goes for a dead cat bounce here, which I didn't get out, I decided to buy more down here. which I probably should have put these tickets deeper now that I know what happened. But meanwhile, we're trading the euro, which you can't see. Where we also have the euro trade going at the same time right here. So unfortunately, you can't just switch to the euro. I didn't record two versions of the thing. And this is the big problem with trading multiple currency pairs. Even this idea of buying new lows on either the pound or the euro as they both plunge to fucking hell. And if you look back on the chart, and this is happening, it just an angle. I draw a trend line at some point here because the angle is so steep. It's like if you got impaled. Like, look at this thing. It's about to crush into these tickets. It's like having a ramrod inserted in somewhere without any lubricant. So now I'm throwing more limits in front. And this is heavy. This is some heavy duty trading. I'm going to tell you right now. I can't even see my balance. I'm going to scroll down. Okay, so we're only in 50K. Relax. Relax. Now we're doing pretty good here. Okay, we're in 60K. We're doing pretty good. Maybe 50K because the pound's costing us a lot in margin. I didn't think about that. So we're only about 50K, let's just say. Because I don't know how much fucking the pound's ready. Look at that. So here's the scalp. See that? You catch that dead cat bounce there? So right there, see that? Oh shit. Fuck, man, that was I switched screens into the it went right to the man, that just what the fuck? It's like, oh fuck, whatever. See how fast that was? Boom! Oh, I paused the video. Sorry, I did pause the video. Why would I pause the video? I'm not sure. Anyways, into the floor right now. You'd have to get out of this trade right now. If that was your scalp, is buying new lows and coming back to the previous, because the sellers are supposed to come in here. But really, this is the 15-minute chart. I say give it about 5 more minutes, maybe cash out. But I don't. And I should. There's 2 times I get out of the pound. So I'm able to pad the account, and I'm able to go into my trade, which is the euro, and think in terms of, we'll just buy new lows on the euro and get really heavy on the euro. So here's the euro now. And this is the trade I'm doing also with my money is I'm doing this trade. Let's just buy retest. And by the way, it does go down there and lower. And these are 8-hour tickets. So these are going to sit here and cook. And I'm just going with some decent ratios now, like 14 to make 32. And it's all different. This one also, as soon as this spikes up, which I think it's going to spike up, I could be cashing out of this, but I'm not doing that. So that's another aspect is how many trades do you want to do? I'm jumping in between a 5-minute and the 15 here. So the 5 minutes vicious down. You'd probably want to start thinking about, okay, I'm in this fucking trade. See, the sellers already came in. You see how fast that was? That's not even, I didn't fuck with the clock. That's real. That's real shit. Look at this thing go down. Now, they're going to ramrod this thing. The pound is going to rifle down by 8:30. And by the time stocks open, we'll be lower than this. There's not enough money in the account to do what I did in a sense because we ran out of margin at one point because of all the tickets you see us stacked in. This is the style I'm trading. Is lay tickets out and come and get it. I'd say come and get it. So they're coming to get it here now that they fill this hard. And here's the 5-minute charts are about to update. Look at the rip on this thing. 20 pip grid on those lines. In the British pound here. Oh my God. So we're already down. Oh fuck. We dropped. So we should be buying deeper. We're kind of running out of margin. I know we're just gonna overload this thing now because I'm just focusing on the pound now. And my euro trade is kind of very quiet. I might flip to that at some point here. I'm not sure what I did when I was recording this. But the euro I can see on the tick chart on the right. So new lows there too. Again, keeps going lower. And they're both kind of moving in concert now. Oh, they're both the euro. The dollar's crushing the balls to the wall on this thing. We could have been selling the yen, which I'm not, the dollar yen, but here I'm taking the others. I'm taking the plunge. I'm taking the nasty plunge here. Okay, we're getting stopped out of shit. Now, these are tight stops, probably about 10. That's the tightest stop I run is about 10, 20, typically, to make it. Now, bad ratios. Now, on that euro, I'm buying more on that and just keep accumulating. And it does go lower than even this price in about an hour and 7 minutes. And it'll blow your mind, blow your mind, because look at the pound. This is the pound in front of you right here, crushing into my arrows, my fills. And that's it. We're going to buy the black arrow and we're going to sell into the blue when it comes smashing back up. And now we're getting so filled I can't see it. But if it was real money, I would certainly cash the fuck out of everything that I'm buying right now into the new floor, which is so fucking deep now. So what people can't handle is the rate of change into fucking psycho prices. So if we can make it down here, this is 20 pip drop from here to here, and then when you're only 10 pips into it, if you bounce to here, a lot of people be like, that is fucking fast money. I mean, ripping to here, or are we going to just drip down to here? What's going to happen? Look at now the euro's making new lows. And we're coming up on some news bullshit, I think, at 8:30. Some bullshit. I don't know. New dick sales or something. The dildo sales are up. Something's going on. People are... But yeah, we're taking some heat. And I can't scroll down to the... But these are scalps, so this is getting ready to take profits. On a dead cat bounce, I commingled that trade to be in with the other guys, so that even though they got it on the same price apparently, but we're just a tenth of a pip apart on these entries. So when it comes ripping back to here, the floor, let's see how far it gets. So fast forward now. Get to the point where we're coming back, we're coming into the news. Okay, so they're still smashing into the floor. Can you believe it? Now look at this fucking price. Now seriously, check out this fucking price. Now at this point, we are $1,700. We've got $1,000 of free margin available. I mean, seriously, it is almost exactly 8:30. It is fucking nuts. See the squigglies here on the tick chart of the euro dropping. I just get giddy when I see that kind of spastic behavior. I get some a tingle. Look at it, bang. Look at these psycho things. It's like a bootstrap. It's a fucking bootstrap situation. Look at that. This is flag. Bottom becomes a top. Just whoosh. Man, look at this. Sideways. Yeah, 80 sideways. Make a big... Let's fucking run here, man. Jeez. Now, this is perfect. Man, this is so smooth. Ideally, you're buying here. You're dumping there. I guess on the way down here, it's going to take some time. I'd rather put a buy limit right here. Or even sell limits into that. So this is my feeling is I'd rather sell into that and then cash out back to this floor. And even maybe, so if it was a structured thing, you're just going to start buying here because you think it's coming back here? I don't know. I get sidetracked. Okay, so I just froze it there because it's so insane. This is just insane. This is 10 seconds before the top of the hour. Look at the spasmosis. And we are in big, and we are about to cash out of this, or get, these are more fills waiting to fill. And see how I overloaded it because I wasn't, this is tremendously fast, hard down, like painfully down hard. Like, think about it. Dude, this is a 5-minute chart, which means this thing hasn't let up. In fact, when it got to here, it just went like there's nothing. There's just hot knife through butter. Look at that thing, man. So let's inch it forward in real time. We'll go to play mode here. Taking it up to that. So right here, like if you had your finger on the trigger, we're down $188. That's combined with something on the euro. I got some euro trades in the background. It's all about the dollar climaxing. So boom, there it is. Look at the candle here. So it's a sheared candle, half hour. 5-minute chart, but half hour also a sheared candle, right? For the moment, because they both completed the 5 and this is the syncing of the time frames. And just 5 seconds after, start painting the new bar. So right there she goes. Now, whole new candle, and then we got 5 minutes. Actually, I'm going to say 15 minutes. If you're going to wait 15 minutes, you have to. You're in this trade, and I think they kind of get to about $2,200 here. And I did not take off this British pound because since I'm swing trading euro with my money, I'm just like, let it go. Let it bounce. Maybe we're going to make it back to here without a snag, but I'm like, no, we could probably still go lower. I don't think it won't be snagless ride. There's going to be so at this point, we're coming back off the floor. We're up $100 from where we just were. And if this is our target, ultimate target, that's going to take some time, and I don't think it'll be a straight ride. So I can't remember if we plunge lower, but I definitely know we go below here. So this amount of heaviness, I'd say as soon as we get to here, because of where we got in, not because of structure, but because of where we get out, how heavy we got in, you kind of have to go flat here because of the insane amount of tickets you have riding. And I think at that point we would have been at $2,200 if we had done that, which we did not do that, I don't think. Okay, so here it's going to auto scalp out. I was trying to let it auto scalp out of the scalps because I wanted to leave those scalps in. Never changed the target, actually. So I also never moved a stop. All I did was, when we made it to this window here, that was my key. I'm getting out. I'm dumping everything there. There was on the half hour. Okay, so let's fast forward up into, here's where we start getting killed. Just before the stocks open. And then it's quite a rough ride. You have to really be on it, and we finally made it to $2,800 on here. I think before the video stops, it's 3 hours and 40 minutes trading started. But this is not, the blood hasn't, like the overfill is yet to come. Because I refuse to let go of some of these tickets. I don't know if I refuse to, but I was kind of greedily hanging on to my euro trade for sure. I'll let that one go. But that went lower, which I couldn't believe it, but it did. I'm like, really? Oh, I guess so, because stocks haven't even opened yet. So let's fast forward to the stock market. Okay, so we're going to go to, I want to get to where I'm really filled up, like just almost blowing the, now we're taking a drawdown. Here we're doing pretty good, but we've cashed out of things. See, that's why. The margin level went down, which I'd rather have a higher margin usage right now. And this is the British pound flying back to that target, which I'm not sure if I wait for that whole target because like I said, I'm in such an enormous position. At some point I had to get out. So I'm pretty stubborn, so I like to hold on to the position if possible. Because I'm looking at the giant swing value, although I realize these are dead cat bounces and there's a lot of dead cats to bounce. And since I couldn't see the balance here, I didn't take a judgment on, it was moving so fast. And now it's either cashing out or it's getting overfilled. Oh, I think I cashed out. I think I might have cashed out there. Damn it. I gotta... Shit. So you can't see me. Wait. Do you see me hit double click? I have to hit double click here. Cash. So I did cash out here. I'm pretty sure because it's in too big. You should be able to see me go up to this navigator and double click take all the profits because I wasn't using a hotkey on this. Oh jeez, I went manual on that one. I'm pretty sure. Damn. Okay, spikes up here. Maybe cash it out. So I would definitely scalping. I would be scalping out here. I thought I did. Oh jeez. I'm not paying attention. Good place to get out here though. All right, just dump it right out. Like, just because of this account and this situation. So back to 1900s. We really haven't. But you have to admit that the sellers are going to come in here. But there's a lot of... See, the euro's tanking off of that high. So if you're going to go the rhythm method, okay, I'm going to go for the take all profits here. Yeah, so I'm looking for it. Here we go. So I just double clicked the take all profits. And it's a pretty fast broker. So this is Hugo getting out of this trade for me. And see, I didn't get out. I got out too late. See what I mean? Like, there's so many. Now I'm going to reload. And this is why the account really got hammered, because this is going to go lower. This fucker goes lower than that. If you can believe it, I'm throwing in 20 to make 40 pips now. And I figured this is going to be the swing. That was dead cat pounds for sure. I did see. So it's very kind of frustrating to see the playback of it all. I was like, I really should get out of that. I couldn't find the fucking script. You see how long it took me to find? I'm like, where's that take all profits? Now, if you hesitate, look at the euro. Now, euro goes for new lows here. It kind of blew my mind. I'm like, really? Stocks haven't opened yet, dumb shit. Look at this clock. It's only, so I'm very impatient. So look at the clock. Holy fuck. Now, this is where I can't even see. We're getting filled. You see, I put the limits here. I'm going to buy that fucking pound. It's going to drop again. So because I didn't get out of that whole position, now I'm going to get in again. And this is what I'm doing all day long, but not on the pound. I mean, this is ridiculous. Look at this fucking thing. Are you nuts? Now, this is the euro, and I'm in this trade, and I'm in it right now. 12 hours later, but holy shit. So here's the other thing. I get into about $1,300 of margin on this account. I'm just saying. Like, so look, I'm laying track here. These are 8-hour tickets. I know these are going to fill today. I know they're going to. They do, and they get blown. Some of them get blown out. Yeah, that's the fun. That's the fun. Now, I don't expect anybody to trade account this hard, but the whole point of 1,000 tickets, you're only allowed to run $1 million position here, is that your limit. What's the limit on the account? $1 million of currency. Now, at this point, as I look back now, I should have held it, because now we rip up. We rip up. But we do go down again. On the euro, it goes lower than that, believe it or not. Now this kind of looks like, well, it's going to make it to that yellow line. Yeah, yes and no. And this one I've already dumped. So I kind of, I'm sorry, this is the euro. This one I'm really in with my money, and even right now. So at 8 o'clock at night. So that clock's wrong as far. I mean, I'm playing back the market. In case you just tuned in, I'm playing back the market. And like I said, if it's real money, and I'm in the euro right here, and I'm gonna scalp it to this to this structure thing, this bottom, people are going to say, oh, well, this is the previous bottom in time. Or hell, just above here, get out. See? And look at people. People are getting out. They're getting out. Don't be a dumb shit. You get out. Now here, I do cash out. I dumped this position, I think. Now this one, I do have the take profits ready. Not sure. No, maybe oh, geez, I don't know now. But you can see that if you could afford to hold this position, that even though I dumped that pound, it's come back again. That's a 15-minute chart. It's the gift that keeps on giving. Now, granted, when one of these is killing it, like this, I'm only at about, oh gosh, about 120K right now. And so, you know, it's kind of light trading. The drama hasn't even, they're going to go lower. Stocks haven't even opened. So let me take it to stock open. And this is where the account goes into psycho overload. Because you think they couldn't retest it. I always think that. Oh, they could never go lower. Yeah. It could never go lower than this price. So the deck had, see now the sellers came in right there. We could have dumped it, and I did not dump there, and I should have, because now I'm going to buy more. I'm going to buy more when it tanks. And here we go. Now we'll start loading in the tickets. I swear to God to you. I'm going to add insult to injury here. And this is, I'm telling you, it's very aggressive trading. Don't try this at home. Trust and believe I load that thing up. More tickets than you can believe. Decent ratios at this point. I'm looking for the big swing now. So that goes on for quite a bit. Let's go to the top of the hour. And the euro's tanking again. Now here's, like, I couldn't believe, right? But part of me knows that, yeah, we're probably going to retest down here. And I did with my real money load the wagon down there. And I just said, yeah, let's swing trade this. Let's try to scalp it and swing trade it. But I'm doing more scalping on this thing because there's no way I'm going to take an account as hard as this account. I would probably only have made $1,000 in this account today if I traded it without running out of margin. But because it's a demonstration of execution. Now look, see how fast that is? I could be getting, and this is right to the top of the hour. This is not sped up. I know that ICT guy speeds them up. This is not sped up. There's no dropouts. This is real time. I'm just going from screen to screen, and I'm in two instruments, and they're both trying to retrace out of this hole. The British pound and the euro have been abused to death. Abused. And they're not done being abused because they're going to take out this low. I think by the time the oil report comes out, or the 10 o'clock bullshit, whatever bullshit comes out at 10 o'clock. Some asshole speaking. Here's that psycho whack order block. See this psychosis here, these order block slams. Okay, now it's getting very quiet. Really want this to rally. Cash out into this. There is one more cash out. So the only time I really come up for error, that's after I overload the account, I think. I don't remember. I just remember the style of trading on limits, and I'm expecting the pound to tank again here. And this is where I kind of overloaded, I think. Because at this point, you look at this chart and you go, that couldn't go lower than that pound, could it? Yeah, absolutely. Okay, just went to the 5 minute. Now that's the pound on the 5 minute. I think I do dump it when we get up into this floor. I gotta get out. I think I have the trigger. Oh, I don't remember if to do this. I should be getting out. If this is real money, trust and believe. If we take out this, I'm out of that for the scalp because it's over, right? As soon as you get above here, it's Sellville. Everybody knows that, I'm sure. That's like the oldest trick of the book. Come on, man. Come on, man. Fucking like a corn pop. Oh, look at that triangle. Do you see that triangle set up? Anybody catch that triangle? Wow, look at that wedge. That's the megaphone. Inverted megaphone for you. Here's the handle. Here's where you yell. So you yell here, see, and it comes out here like backwards and shit. Oof, that is vicious retrace. So I'm expected to flick up. Eesh, and I would definitely cash out if that thing. It's going to be 9 o'clock. So it is 9 o'clock. That's the 5-minute chart. British pound screaming off the floor. Euro screaming off the floor. And here's where it's really your chance to get the fuck out at these trades. If you don't feel comfortable, because, you know, the sellers are going to come in right above this top tick Tommy for them. You know, this is going to be top tick Tommy. Like, there's people with buy stops here, I suppose. Right. The idea that the goober is putting the buy stop here or something. Or that's his sell stop because he's short. His buy stop because he's short. But hey, you know what? We're all on the same train here, so I would cash out right now. Like, if that was real money, get out right now. So there's only one brilliant move that I do like that in this whole video, where I'm like, oh man, this is it, and I dump out. I'm not sure when that is, but I know it's in here, and then I put limits in, and it goes lower than I kind of thought, as far as all these tickets. Well, look at that euro go now. So this is definitely the sweet spot to get the fuck out. If you got your finger on the trigger, you're waiting for 5 minutes after for it to flick into that window. That's the big kahuna controversy window. And if you take that out, you go like this, but you'd be surprised that really is resistance. I mean, there is a pivot forever. Not forever, but until further notice, this is a big deal. At least for the next half hour, for God's sake. So we can't slice it too thin. I think it's automatically cashing out here. So that's nice. In a perfect world, which it is right now, we're cashing out of the euro, I suspect. Or some of the pound. We just can't see it because I don't have it queued up to show me the cash outs, but it looks like we took this a couple of tickets. So we're still floating right around $2,000. But if you're making a decision based on structure, it's different than on equity, because if you're like, well, but we're only in like 2 standard lots, so who cares? You know, we do have a lot of potential risk because we have exposure with all these limits that are pending for 8 hours on those arrows down there that haven't filled. Holy shit. And they do fill, and it's like a holy shit. And that's because just before stocks open, now this I'd be cashing out right there. That spike you just saw there, if I had my finger on the trigger right now, I'd be cashing out. If that's the whole load of the wagon, which it's not because some of these didn't fill, we'd be getting out right now. I think we do hit 2,200 here. Both the euro and the pound are climaxing into the floor. And it is the ideal place to dump, without a doubt. Right now, right here, top tick Tommy, we just tagged it. You're in the window. Pull the trigger, get the fuck out. But then you ask yourself, would you sell here? And you're like, yeah. I mean, maybe not the ranch, because what if we poke higher? You know, poke higher into the stocks opening. But then again, who wants to take a chance? Because watch, I think I dump out of this at some point, or you should be dumping out. This thing could just flick down. It's going to blow your mind how harsh. I just don't know. The pound is pretty harsh. If you think that is Snorex, I trade the pound. If you think it's going to be because it's kind of like a Doberman, you know, it's like one of those German dogs. You just took your head off. So you're up on this pound trade, and now I'm focusing on the 15-minute euro dollar. And that's the sell window there to get the dump, that whole position. But look, this is already pulled back off that window, see? You already missed your fucking cash out. That's the crude oil. Here's the NASDAQ on the weekly. Looks like doomsday for NASDAQ, honestly. The Dow Jones is doing pretty good, actually. That's the monthly Dow Jones. It's doing fucking great. Still hasn't died, you know. Can't kill that bitch. So we're $2,000 now in the account. Let's fast forward into the opening of the stock market. We'll take it in a few chunks here at a time. All right, babe. Let's take it to. Let's just take us right up to 5 minutes before. So, did you just capture? Let me just back that up. Did you capture that? Did you see it now? Now we're really fucking talking. We're in about 350K. And we're in. And we're doing pretty good. We're 1,800, but I'm telling you, we're running out of free margin. So, this is based on the amount of tickets that I've laid in. See, these are unfilled. They're about to fill. We're going to lose track of the balance here, and then it's vicious. This is the most vicious open into the stock market. Catching a falling knife, it's not easy. So on two instruments, on one it's easy. The pound, 20 pip grid here. Yeah, look out. So we're rolling again. I watch the accounts. When the count disappears, this means we're overfilling on this British pound. Now, let me just say this about that: is you see this? All of a sudden, you know what? We should have sold there. Yeah, no shit. Now that was then. That was this time. That's how hard and fast this thing fell. Here, let me back it up. Now this is where it's just mind-blowingly harsh down. You got to see this. Like we're up. Okay, that's a euro dollar. Everything was just fine and dandy. Now I am buying new lows here with my real money now. And this is where I said, like, can you believe we're going to go down here? We actually go lower into this. I don't know if we take out the low of the day, but I'm ready to get in there, actually. And so here's the horrifying thing. This is now the British pound. You can't even believe this. You can't believe it. Here, let me back it up. I know there's a point where it just flicks down right here. So here's where, okay, you got to get out, right? You got to get out there. This is the 15-minute chart. That is the sell window. As far as we know, that's Top Take Tommy's dumb shit buy. Now watch, play it forward. You want to see how this is going to drop about 13 pips in about 5 minutes straight. It's fucking unreal. Look where it's sitting. Now, I just paused it. Look where it's sitting. And because, now it starts to back off. It is going to drop like a fucking rock here. It's 7 minutes after. It's like forensic files on this shit. And what did I do? Now here's where, don't do this. Don't try this at home. This is how I overloaded the account. I'm like, I see. Yes, there are sellers there, but they're fucking never going to be able to sell it down. A little bit. So I'll buy here on these arrows, Well, here, watch. Well, you probably don't want to try that. So the margin usage is 580. Let's play it. And we're coming up on this. Is going to flick down. You see by the margin usage that even though we go to the euro charts, we're getting filled, and unbeknownst to me, because I don't trade the pound myself. So when I don't see the pound on the chart, I don't know what the fuck's going on with the pound orders. And they've stacked them up. See, I stacked them up. I'm like, oh, fuck. Maybe a retest. I'll aggressively buy a retest. Now watch this. I go to watch the euro. Now watch the margin usage. All of a sudden, out of nowhere, we start taking a hit. This is critical coming into the opening of the Dow Jones. This is where I'm pretty sure we're going to get overfilled here on the pound. Now, if we just wouldn't have touched that and treated it as a swing trade and then try to like power scalp into like the crush of it all. So the tickets are stacked up here, flashing, ready for fill, 10 pips away to buy more pound. Of course, you can't have enough pounds, right? Pounds galore. All right. Boy, this is taking longer than I thought. But, okay. I'm waiting for it to just smash down. It's not happening fast enough. But it does. It happens in a blink of an eye. Okay, for some reason. And I accidentally threw in some sell limits a little bit accidentally because it's getting in so close to the market that if you put them just a little bit too high, they turn into sell limits. So I got to be careful there. They're only buy limits because I put them below price. If I put these above, this same script is a sell script. I don't know if you knew that. But so now, here, the stack I'm putting in here. Now, this is, don't try this part at home. So, and now these are 1 hour scripts. Granted, I went with the 1 hour scripts, which is a good idea. Very good idea. But we are going to crush into those arrows. It's really hard to believe. And then I put another dense pack here. I guess this 20 minutes coming into the Dow Jones opening is just, see, the Euro's just itching to fill too. Those are lighting up. So it's pretty, every 5 minutes is a big deal coming into the opening of the Dow Jones. I can't say enough more about the opening of the Dow Jones. It's like a big deal. You know, it's a cash goober market. You know, this is like, whoa, the Dow Jones, it's a Facebook stocks are trading down today. And yeah, so we're getting crushed. We're going to start getting crushed here on the fills. And it's going to be very brutal for the pound, I think. Lose track of the account into the opening of the Dow Jones here. Damn, I wish I had the, I want to see the pound. I can't see it, but I think we're going to see the margin usage go up, which means we're getting filled on the pound, getting smashed out. So a really super vertical view on the 15 here, looking to start going lower. So I always crop this. I just want to see the very edge bottom of the market. All right, so we're getting filled on the pound. We're getting stopped out of something on the pound. See, now the margin level just looks like, yeah, we're gonna, now here's what happens about a quarter after. In the blink of an eye, the pound crushes down and the margin usage goes up here. And now I'm putting in aggressive stacks here. This is really crazy. 2 hour orders that last 18 pips to make 18 pips. So I was trying to demonstrate really just maxing the account out there. Now here's where the pound went down. See that? That's the British pound tanking. It just destroyed the. It got stopped out, and I think it's going to get limited in. Okay, that's going to be the Nasdaq on the 1 hour, and that wicks down again. So when the market opens, everything wicks down. Now I'm making money on that euro, see, because I got filled on those really tight tickets. So that's, I'm doing pretty good. I'm at like I'm looking at $2,000 as being my beginning balance. So we're up $26 on the account. It's, you know, the next before the bottom of the hour, it's going to be fucking nuts. And here's where it's going to go terribly wrong, I suppose, if you're into heavy on the long side of the British pound here. Okay, so boom, we're getting filled. And now I flip over to see, well, what the fuck's going on here with the pound, right? And look how this, so you see how, now look at this sell-off right here. So this is, look at the brutality of that. Look at that. Look at that. Now I'm throwing the tickets in front. It goes lower. Maybe not right here. I mean, it might bounce here, but you can't even believe it. Look at this. Now, I don't really know how much margin I do have available here, so I'm really just going fucking like full martingale retard here. I'm just going to buy the retest again. British pound. Big stacks. I don't even know if there's enough margin available, honestly. I mean, I don't even know if I can afford these tickets because I haven't scrolled down to the terminal. It's such a fast market. And I'm trading the euro myself. The euro's tanking right now. Stocks have not opened yet. It's going to be a bloodbath, to put it mildly. I think so it does take out, now I know it's unbelievable. The euro takes out the low of the day from here. Now it's totally maxed. And my real money is getting filled, and now I'm in. What I planned for was to buy more down here, actually. So, because I want to swing trade it. So that is a big, I guess I have patience for that. Big burden of waiting for that to happen. But if you're going to buy the wick and dump, that's the scalp. Now look, I'm about to get stopped out of this thing, man. I'm coming up 10 pips for my stops. And I start flashing, and look at the pound. So I think I dumped this bounce. I may have dumped. Now, if we come down lower, and I'm not even sure if there's. Now I'm going to scroll down to see what's the stats here now. So this is crazy. We get pretty heavy. Okay, I'm in seriously big. 3.5 standard lots, and we're only down $200 in the account. And I think, I got plenty of money for this trade. And this is very aggressive trading, just putting limits right in front of the market there for 2 hours. I guess that's the only. And here's a scalp with a bad ratio. 18 to make 10. 18 pips to make 10 pips, because we could probably make 10 pips. And we're buying, every time I drop that, it's like 3K. So at 10K, I'm dropping 10K. Now that is the bounce. And I'm just saying, I got fucking $1,000 of margin available. Let's get in here. Like I said, don't try it at home. But now this is a great ratio. 18 to make 42 now. Now I'm thinking, this is going to retrace. This is going to be beautiful. This is going to be fucking beautiful. I'm going for the big target now. The stocks are going to open. Go a little lower maybe. No, it takes out the low of the day on both of these instruments. I'm pretty sure. That's a blur to me now. It's a blur to me now. Yeah, it takes out. So here's where we take on some heat. And we run out of margin. But we get into about $1,300 of margin. It's pretty good. Look at this thing. Now the British pound is still dropping. Look at it. Can you believe it? Now here I would see I'm maxed out. Just maxed it out. No market orders, man. Just putting these tickets in. Now, at this point, you're still in good shape. $1,800. What are you complaining? Now, the euro's pulling off the map, and if I had my finger on the trigger to cash out of some of the euro, I'd definitely do that trade too. Just cash out of that. Let that happen. This is such a fast market, though. You could go for smaller targets, 10 to 20 pips, because you may not see this. I think it does maybe go down from here. Just keeps tanking. That was it. You missed your exit. Oh well, better luck next time. And the sellers did come in there. It actually was resistance. Oh well, better luck next time. Sorry, buddy. So I'd say this is really serious usage of the account, using half of the account margin. This is good scalping mode. That's for certain. This is the scalping size to have. Look at the pound still pounding down. Unbelievable. So I think the euro makes the biggest leap. It makes a big leap, but the pound makes a bigger leap, I think, of at least 10 more pips, of course. Okay, so now I think it's going to be a bloodbath into the Dow opening. Let's fast forward to the Dow opening. We know we're going to go underwater severely. Okay, there's a bounce. And see this? Now, check this out. Now we're taking on some heat. Well, I got $600 of margin left. And I'm putting in more buy limits. Because I'm like, dude, we're going to make money. Check it out. Now, we get hammered here. We max out at $1,300 of margin usage, and then it goes off the rails, but we recover. We recover because we scalp out. When we make money on this pound trade, which we're going to make money on this bounce here. But then one of these instruments is either the euro or the pound is going to make a new low. Take out this low. It's going to be brutal. Another catastrophic new low, but Do you see the order density because I loaded the wagon here with limits? People say, well, what happens? That's what happens when you put in too many tickets. Oh, look at that. So we just overloaded the account right here. I'll have to scroll down to find it. It's kind of exciting here. It's 5 minutes before Dow opens, and I'm in the Euro trade myself, kind of saying, wow, we're really getting some fill here. No, we're at $1,100 a margin there. It's 17. So, what, 1,700 on the account. Here's where we get hit. We start running on a margin here. We're going to go red. Better red than dead. I think if we make it down to $1,300 of equity is a rock bottom smash today. But look at him fill that pound for me. Oh, no worry to pull the trigger. You're just crushing in a limp by limits. Look at the euro. Look at the euro now. Here's where the euro goes catawampus. You can't believe it. Now look at this euro. Now right here. Wait, shit. Wait, stop. Okay, right here. So check out the account right at this moment. At this moment, the account is maxed. You can't get more fucking maxed out. I'm so sorry. This is less than 5 minutes before Dow opens. Buying new lows on the pound, and the euro's going to go lower than it is now. Now we're just about to run out of margin. All it's going to take is one of these instruments to fluctuate just enough, and it's bye-bye. And then there it goes. So now we go red. Look at the British pound. Wow. Now it's just, you can't believe it. So here we have zero. We go red. Better red than dead. Oh, now you just saw the margin come off the floor there. We had some available margin for a little bit. Okay, so here's a white knuckle moment. Now you only got $10 of margin available. Waiting for the Dow to open. You're like, geez, really? But this is what happens. They'll bid it all the way down into the Dow opening and rip it the other way. It's just the dumbest fucking trade in the world. The thing is that it doesn't always make a new low. Sometimes, this kind of left off, but it's all about the position sizing. It's all about position sizing. Got $10 available, $7 available. Coming off the floor. Okay, at this point, I'm like, okay, now, whichever instrument, if this is real money, you're shitting your pants because you're like, you know what? We're in almost we're in a kind of a big position. Really? 6 standard lots right now. Approximately, maybe 5 standard, $500,000 position. That's pretty fucking, that's a lot, don't you think? I'm just asking for a friend. Now here, red again. Now here's where we get hit. Because all it takes is the pound to go lower, and it does. We're going to get hammered off the floor. And this is the exciting part of trading. Let's face it. 5 minutes before the Dow opens is fucking exciting. Okay. Yep. Oh boy. It doesn't look good. I want to be as big a position. So I want to max out my margin now, which I definitely have. Here's where we get hit. Like, damn. The beauty of this system is that you're making that decision ahead of time by throwing those limits, and I think we're getting filled. See the Euro tick charts dropping like a horror. We're getting filled on those. That's what's crushing us. Plus, look at the pound. The pound's about to make it. Waiting for the Dow to open is about to make a new low for the day. Fuck here. No, wait for it. Oh boy. If I can scroll down to find the account, don't forget, with my money, I'm buying at the market now. With my money, I'm buying at the market. Because I'm not in big enough, and I'm like, really? Well, I'll take this too. And I'm putting in 50 pip stops on my account on the Euro right now. So here I know I'm totally out of margin. I can't even scroll down and look. Dow hasn't even opened yet. Look at the beatdown on this thing. This is a classic beatdown. This is the kind of abuse the markets are just known for. But for me, it's just I love to catch a fall. I just want to buy every new low for the big swing. I'm a true plunger. I just want to go all in on the plunge. Oh, so I'm running out. So here's where it's getting really kind of harsh, and I'm feeling bad for the account. I'd say at this point, now the Dow has not opened. We're coming off the floor, and every time it flashes red, I have a little wincing feeling like, well, I'm kind of being harsh. Like, I know it's a rent-a-car, but dude, really, like the curbs. Come on, man. Get some curb fillers, dude. Don't you know how to manage the account? So here I'm like, oh, this could be a good trade. This could be good. I get smashed one more time. We could make a new low, believe it or not. So we're not done tanking. As I recall, at this point, I'm like, oh, that doesn't look like too bad of a setup. Look at that double bottom. So you see where I got stopped out? Because I bought that whole plunge into here. So I think this is where I got stopped out of some stuff. But we're still in big. We're still in a $500,000 position. When this comes to here, I dump it. This is the only time I dump the pound, I think. I'm not sure. I think that was the only red line. Oof. No, the euro is going to make a new low, I think. I haven't looked at the euro though. No, it's gonna tank one more time, I think. So here I thought, well, this is pretty good. I think we're out of the woods. No, stocks haven't opened. In 5 minutes after stocks opened, I think it smashes down again. Okay, so we're coming off the floor here. I'm definitely got my finger on the trigger for the pound now. I figure if the pound makes a rally here, I will dump it. I'm not sure if I dumped that 5 minutes after the Dow opens though. So once again, if it's real money and you feel like, wow, that's kind of harsh, I would be getting out of the pound right now. You would have traded this wick already. If I go to the 5 minute chart, you'd be getting out of that pound right now. I trust and believe you. You'd be like, you know what? That is fucking psychotic. It did not make a new low, but it will later. We'll just give a half hour. We're going down there. So it's just the most vicious. Well, especially the size that I've been here, So I'm not putting in any new tickets, if you notice. I don't think there's enough margin available. I'm going to wait to cash out before I put any new tickets in here. All right, here's the moment of truth. Stock market's going to open up here in a minute. And at this point, I should go to I'm kind of focused on the pound here because I'm trading my euro here on my stuff. And so I'm not too worried about the euro trade. I'm fascinated by trading the pound because it's so crazy. And my tickets just aren't really designed for the pound. They're a little too tight. I think in the stops, and certainly the spacing is too tight. Alrighty. Now this is another moment of truth. This is going to be stocks open, then 5 minutes after stocks open. Can we go ripping up? I'm not sure how this goes, but I know there's going to be more drama to come. I think actually maybe it goes for a 1 hour rally here, but then we go plunging when they come out with the report on crude oil or whatever the fuck at 10:30. Because I do trade this up until about 11 o'clock or something like that. And I just threw a few tickets in and walked away. Okay, boom, here it is. Stocks have opened. Another moment of truth. And I'm not sure if we cash out. So here's where I think I have my finger on the trigger to get out of the pound. Because I'm thinking at this point, you know what? Let's just get out of this pound trade. Okay, so that was as bad as it got. Now I'm going to pad the account, I think. I think that's what happens here. Of course, I could be wrong. It could just go tanking right now, I'm telling you. It's not like people think. Although this is a typical Dow Jones open where they beat it down. Look at that squiggly here. So here's the order block. If you're keeping track at home, right there. So there's the order block right there. Oh, there's gap value, measure gap. Measure back, filled top, become bottom right here. So, but yeah, as soon as it takes out this, I think I start marking it off, and I'm like, dude, so real money would be like, honey, honey, I shrunk the kids. You're back to 1800. This is where you go to the racetrack, and you bet $5, you make $1 million, then you blow $1 million. Why did you lose $5? Let me see if I cash out. If I scroll down to the cash out point, I guess that will tell us. I could have stepped away from the computer at this point. Oh, here we go. The mouse is moving, so maybe. Oof, I don't know. Well, I sure want to get out of this trade down the pound, though. See, because if we make it back to that sell window again, you'd be surprised how it could go lower. You'd be surprised. I'm pretty sure it's going to go like so. It's crazy. This has only been 2 minutes into the stock market. I'm still getting out of that pound right now. Now I really should be getting out of that pound right now. I'm not getting out. It's auto cashing out of some of it, I think. Geez, I think we're cashing out of something because I just lost track of the thing. So I mean, some of the tickets disappeared. Okay, so we took a little heat off. We're only in. Well, only in. We're still in pretty big. The euro's going up. I think I'm getting ready to pull the trigger and cashing out of the pound. Oh, jeez. Gosh, it's funny how you can't remember. I guess I should have reviewed this, like my corn pop video I did where I beat the shit out of the guy in the alley with the red hair. Yeah, he's trying to get in there and turn the oil spigot back on. What was he doing? He tried. Didn't you see him? The guy with the orange hair is trying to turn the oil spigot back on. Okay, I'm running out of margin here, so I think I get hammered one more time. No, I think this is where I get obliterated. So it looks like everything's looking good, right? Hey, it looks like a dead cat bounce. That's why I say you really should be getting out of that pound right now. If I had to do it over again. Yeah, we still got to make it for the past this window, this 5-minute window. Maybe I'm wrong about this. I know we go lower in an hour from now. You can't believe what the price is. We speed it up, man. There's something wrong here. My memory's no good. Okay, so this is 5 minutes in. See, now I'm getting killed. Now I'm down because the euro's dropping. Wait till you see the euro drop. You won't believe this. The euro's going to take out the low of the day here. Coming into this news event, for this 10 o'clock news, man, this market just can't take it. They're going to punish this euro into the news. You're not going to recognize it. So here's the problem. See, yeah, this is the second. Now here's where we go to about redline it. We redline it for about 15 minutes. Wait till you see this. The drop on this euro is just. It's just brutal. Especially what I've done is I haven't got filled on my limits yet that I put down there the last 8 hours. And they're going to fill. I don't even have to put any more tickets in. See, watch the euro here on the tick chart. It's going to be catastrophic. We're going to run out of margin. We're going to redline it into only having. We're only going to have about 1,100, so we'll be in about 4 standard lots. We're able to retain and hold on to 4 standard lots through the next red line, which enables us to build the account back. So that's good. And that's where we really pour it on. We really throw in more buy limits. It's unbelievable. But that's how it is. It's unbelievable the price swings and the depth of these. Here it goes. Look at this euro. Watch this euro tick chart on the right. You can't believe it. It's like somebody just took a hammer to it. Hammer time. MC hammer. We're going to run out of margin here in a second. Screen's going to go blank. Yeah, let's see. There you go. Boom. Now that's the euro filling. Now we're going to redline it again. Yes, remember, no. It's coming back to me. Every time we wipe out the view of the tickets, I know we're getting serious overfill. Watch that tick chart on the right. It is just amazing fast down. It is just. So if you're short, you have to think about taking profits. I mean, it looks glorious that it stabs down there, but at some point you got to wonder, that looks like bottom tick Bobby shit. You're going to get trapped down there. So now I have to try to find a balance. Okay, here we go. We're only going to have about we're coming up to that moment where we only have about $1,200 of equity, and the whole thing's going to be dedicated to margin. So this is going to be our rock bottom equity for the day. Is the euro is going to tank into the 10 o'clock news, which is going to be the housing sales at 10 o'clock. So I know that's coming. I know that it is coming out, and I have my real money in the euro. Now we're taking some heat, and so is my account. But okay, now we're going to redline it because the euro's tanking like you can't believe. But we're going to go. We're all in. Every bit of margin they let me use. Look at this tick chart on the right. Oh my God. Then I go to the chart because I'm like, wow. Now on my money, I'm not even looking because I just put orders down there. Here we go. So here's the threshold moment is that I wish I had more margin running, like totally maxed out all the time. Like I'm so sure. And here's another order block thing. Look at this psycho ward stuff, and it's dropping like a rock, and it's going to go spiking down now. In the next 5 minutes, it's just going to be out of control. Like people are going to have to get out of the way. It's dropping like a rock, and it's about 5 minutes of like I can't even since I'm not trading at the market, I have to wait for them to come down and fill or retrace. So I'm stuck. When we get to the bottom here, I'm stuck. There's nothing I can do. As soon as it disappears, we can't see the tickets anymore. We're going to redline it again. Look at this. That's the euro dropping. Now, you can't believe it, but you can in a way. And luckily, I did have some tickets. Now, see, I got stopped out of this rack. But I'm buying down here. And those are all pendings I put in. And we're getting tagged back down here. We blew out these. Whatever stops were on there, I'm seriously in. So I'm still holding on to this $1,200 of margin. But now it's going to get hairy because the pound's going to answer the same fucking trade. And here I'm putting in buy limits because I got free margin. So let's go for it. So this is a pretty contentious point of the trade in the morning. Coming into the next piece of news, and I'm just totally getting in, In for a penny, in for a pound. Like, seriously. For real. And so this is the trade. The big swing trade is going to be, oh shit, I forgot, I'm looking down at I'm in the trade right now. So here we're about to run out of margin again. And it's going to get ugly because I hate to run out of margin. Let me see if I can grab it just before. Now, this is the euro dollar still dropping. Still dropping. You can't believe it. Like Joe Biden can't believe it. It's not capitalism. Look at, holy shit. Look at this. We're just going to run out of margin. But with my real money, I've got margin available because I have margin available on that one. Oh, the retest. Brutal. Hey, let's buy some more as it drops. Okay, it's dropping like a whore. Now, at this point, it still looks good. The news has not come out yet. All right, so the news hasn't come out yet. And the news is going to be pretty vicious on this thing. If you can, it's probably going to, I think it slams down all the way to the news. If you can handle it. So these are the fills on the euro coming in, eating up the margin. And I don't know if you blow up the account. You get to a point where maybe there's not enough money. You just dial down your trade. We get in. We're going to redline it one more time here. I'm pretty sure we run out of, before 10 o'clock, we're going to run out of margin and all that jazz. Yeah, so here's where here's where I can't see it. And it gets redlined here. Oh, not quite. Wait. No, there's another punishment phase, I'm pretty sure. Maybe I'm wrong. pretty sure we get smashed again. At least the pound goes down again. The pound's what wipes me out. This is a great trade here. If you want to buy new lows, this is a great trade. But I think the pound is going to go down for a smash and grab. I was going to sneak up on me because I'm not watching it. Yeah, this is crazy, man. These markets are on fire. Everybody's head's coming unwrapped. I can't believe it. I can't believe these markets. All right, so now we're not in a big enough position. It's not good. I really want to be in maxing this thing out now. So I'm putting more limits in naturally. So I'm looking at that margin available, and I'm like, let's get in some more here, shit. At least on the euro. The pound looks like it's going to retrace, and I think I do cash out on this. Okay, so if this thing comes out the floor, this might be the one I cash off and dump it. So we get about... no, that's not right. No, because the video goes on for another... It's not until the last hour of the video that I'm able to make money. So we're going to redline it again. Take us up into the news. I know it's going to go red. Okay, running out of margin again. Oh, here we go. So it's about to go red. At this point, I'm like, you know what? Let me tell you something. Okay. You only got $45 in margin left, and I've been in this situation before. It's going to go red. And if we had $2,000 and we had $100 of margin available, and we're using all the $2,000 for margin, it'd be better. It'd be a way better trade. I'd feel better about that. Because that would mean that we would have just one of these instruments to come off the floor, and we're gonna survive it. I think it's gonna go. We're not gonna be able to see the account now. It's gonna go red and disappear. Let's scroll down and find it here in a second. But 11 minutes before news now. And we're just up against the wall. Backs to the wall here. We're running out of margin, but I'm still putting the limits in just in case. Because if the other instrument goes up and scalps, it just went red. And it's going to go psycho red here. So that, yeah, here's the, so stocks have been open for 19 minutes and we're just getting hammered on the buying new lows on that pound again. And the pound's going to do what the euro did, which means it's going to take out the low of the day. It's unreal. So that pattern we just saw there. Total red line, no margin available. And we're going to have, so for a moment we have margin available here because I think the euro's making money and the pound's making money. But then it gets washed out and we lose track of the balance here because it just starts crushing through tickets. About to go. It's totally red now. I only have about $1,100 of margin, I think, available at rock bottom usage. But it disappears before that, so I'm still putting the limits in case it bounces and then retests later because I'll buy it there. But these are 2-hour tickets, so it's more realistic. I would definitely put 2-hour tickets down there because still got till noon to get filled on that possibly. And there's the smash down, the 1-hour smash down of the NASDAQ. And here this is a fake sell-off on the 1-hour Dow because this is going to retrace now. That's a buy. That's a buy right there. Look, it's coming back to the low from where this whole thing started, and this is a buy. I know because it went up after this. I can see the future now. But I knew it when I saw it. Of course, I was buying into the plunge of the euro and the pound at this time. We're about to go to that point where we really don't have much margin. It's really a bummer because we're running out of margin. It's like X, you know. I want to be in at least. All right, so right here, wow, this is rock bottom, and I think we got till the top of the hour. We can survive till 10 or 5 to 10, but I think it's going to go lower than that into the top of the hour. Now that right there is a real-time move. And it really happened. It pulled back there. Oh, shit. How far back did I just go? Oh, no. Sure, I fucked it up. Went back too far. Here, let's just fast forward. Okay, so here, we're still redlining it. And I drew a trend line on here. It was 10 minutes before news. 5 minutes before news. Now, I put a trend line on that because I thought, yeah, it looks like a trend. Yeah, the 1 hour pound. Guess what? It's going to go lower, and the account's going to go red into the top of the news here. But I'm ready to buy more, man. I got $28 of margin available. Let's buy more. What else do you do in that situation? What else could you do? So I don't think it's going to survive. Here's where it goes. Gets kind of ugly. Going to go into the red again. Buying both euro and the pound as they drop like a rock. Yeah, I think 5 minutes after the news we get hammered or something like that. I think, and crude oil comes out at 10:30, and there's a bunch of drama then too. So I'm gonna have to fast forward to that. It's okay. Here we go. We're gonna go seriously red now, right into the news. Oh, and I think so. We retrace, I think, into the next piece of news, and that's when I dumped the pound. So I dumped the pound because I'm like, oh, this retracement here. Now this is the pound coming off the floor. So I'm pretty sure that in a half an hour here, I'm going to dump something. So once the account gets back to like $2,000, and I know that structurally we have to get out. In equity, it makes sense because of the size we're in. We're still in a big position here. Still maxing the account out. Okay, news is about to come out. Let's fast forward to the top of the hour. Okay, here's where we're getting hammered. Saying they're making new lows on the pound right there. We're totally red. I lose track of the account. Here's where I make it back. And from here till the end of the tape, so we got basically in an hour and a half, we're going to make it all back. So 90 minutes. And we're buying new lows here on this pound. Look at this. I don't think we're buying that because I think we ran out of margin. Now I'm going to scroll down and try to find the account. Oh, there it is. Now it's red as fuck. And here's where I get to about $1,100 of margin. Look at that thing. Can you believe it? Now, putting a big ticket to buy down here, I just can't count on the fact that we're ever going to make this exact. Look at that. It just rifled through that. Look how harsh that is. So it's all buyer's territory down here. I think I ran out of margin. But I'm still in from the losing tickets. Okay, so we get to $1,000 of margin here. At this point, it's like 4 standard lots. There's nothing you can do, just hold on to the position. And I'm going to start putting buy limits in again. So I start putting buy limits in again now. Because now I want to buy any kind of bounce. If this is the bottom, the news just came out. Let's put some limits in and start all over again. So from here we go to $2,800 from $1,000 in the next 90 minutes. I'm going to wait for crude to come out. New lows there. Buyer's dream right here. Buyer's delight. Buyer's auction right there. And we're in it from not from that exact bottom because I bought so many on the way to that price. Now I'm curious to see how the crude oil market's going to come out with news here. So I'm kind of queuing up the crude oil market. That's crude on the 1 hour crude oil. All right. I think, sure, pretty sure it is. Don't quote me on that. So this is the news. That's the new lows, and I'm ready to buy again because I got available margin. We just have to have enough so that dips down there. Now I'm putting in good ratios. I'm maxing the account out again. Look how they're retesting that. And the euro's coming off the floor. So it's all good. That's what the kids say. It's all good. Wow, look at that thing. So whatever they fill me on, I think we come off the floor here. On the pound. The pound comes off the floor, and that's when I dump the pound, I think. And then there's one more psycho fluctuation. And then the pound smashes down again. Look at that beautiful setup there on the euro. So the euro, we're buying the plunge on the euro. This is a daily euro. That's a daily euro. Can you believe it? Unbelievable. Rock bottom prices. The dead cat pound's going here. Buyer's delight down here. All right, so fast forward. Let's take it up to, let's see if we ever go red again. So, okay, so we're finally, okay, so here's where I'm going to dump. I'm sorry, let me, fuck. I went too far ahead. I'm going to show you, I'm going to dump the pound here. So here comes the pound. Off the floor like you can't believe. And I'm going to dump this pound. I am going to take profits on this one. This is the one where I dump and reload, and it actually retests again. Now, it's unbelievable. I suppose if you're not used to it, the pound is unbelievable. I mean, the euro's no slouch. The euro does some great trades, right? But look at this pound. Look at this puppy. Now I'm able to take this account out of the haul. And this is also, this is the money management exit and the structure exit all come together here, right? We're going to get to this target. We went down one more new low. Now we're coming screaming off the floor. I'm not going to wait for my targets that I designed into the scripts. Now I'm just got my finger on the trigger. Let's scroll down to take all profits. I'm like, yep. If this puppy can take out that round handle at $1.32 even then, or get it even near it, I'm getting the fuck out. But certainly if they take it out, I'm getting out. The euro's making me money too here. In the background, don't forget we bought those insane lows. And we got the 40 pip targets locked into those too. So we got the kind of wide targets. The pound, you really have to have the wide targets and the wide stops and the, you know, it's, oof. And I would only trade the pound if I was trading the pound. I wouldn't try to trade two things like this, like the euro and the pound. So euro's climaxing. I think I scrolled down for the take all profits key now. As I recall. Okay, now I know I'm cashing out automatically on the euro here. But I'm babysitting the pound for the exit. At about 10:30 when they're going to come out with the crude oil news. I want to be out by then. All right, so she's going up. Automatically cashing out of either the euro or the pound right now. I can't remember. I mean, I don't know what's going on in the background there. I got my finger on the trigger for this pound. So with my money, I'm going to move my targets up for the big swing. If I'm going to swing trade, I'm just going to be like moving the targets. I kind of just wait for the crude oil to come out, or they're going to just pop the cork here on the. So this is the 30-minute chart, which means this is like a shaved candle here. Like it dips a little lower, but this is literally screaming back up. Look at this thing. Bam. Now I'm ready to cash out. I'm ready to cash out. About to pull the trigger here on the pound and reload with limits. It's my only chance, only time I really get to do this. Now, I do not do this. This is the euro dollar now. Not going to do that there, but I am going to go back to that pound. And I'm about to cash out. And believe it or not, it goes lower after this. The sellers come in here. They sure do. The sellers be coming in here. Yep. It's hard to believe. Okay, 10 minutes after. And I think it might be right into a quarter after I think I get out. Like I said, it's about the price, really. If it gets to that price before, in the next two seconds, that's the price we're getting out at. You can see people are already selling. It just took out the high from a half hour ago, so it's already filling a little mini vacuum there. Okay, I'm ready to cash out. Now I'm going to go down the take all profits key. So what I haven't taken off the table, I have to cash out now. So I'm looking at that balance. I'm like, you know what? As soon as we get to about 22,000, and based on where the pound's at, I'm going to get out. Once again, I don't have the hotkeys available, or I'd probably be hitting it right now. I have to scroll down and find the take all profits key on the pound here. Back to the old resistance point again. The pivot. So that just went round turn. That was like a 90-minute ridiculousness there. I totally want to cash out as soon as we pop the cork here and go above that high, and that high that's about 10 bars back. Okay, this is the floor, the big pivot. Waiting, I'm definitely going to cash out of this as soon as we go higher. I'm pretty sure I'm going to get out of that pound. That's the idea. Yeah, we definitely want to do that. Got my finger in the trigger on that one. I'll say so myself. I do declare I should be getting out right here. Okay. It's just automatically cashing out for me. But just the same right there. So that was it. See, a top tick timing that thing. That was one opportunity to just say, you know what, sell all. But being that if you're going to wait for the crude oil news to come out, just wait till another, 17 minutes and, it's a whole different story. Things change real fast here in the morning. Let me see what happens here. Wait a second. Okay, let's take a look at this. Here's a line of scrimmage. I should definitely be hitting the trigger here to cash out. I must get to it at some point here. Not paying attention, apparently. Yeah, just not paying attention. Okay, I think I waited for Crude to come out. Let me fast forward. Oh, I definitely got to get out here, though. As soon as we pop up a little bit more. Yeah, just come on. Quarter after. So I want to cash out. Just automatically cashing out. Just automatically getting out of that. But I do a formal dump and reload on the pound. I'm pretty sure I get out. Double click, take all profits. Yeah, I must. Okay, I took a look at the balance and I go, you know what? let's get the fuck out. So I do right here. I'm dumping a top tick Tommy level. A little late, I must say. Not crazy. Oh, see, but this fast. It's still cashing out. So, missed that by, see, it's about the price. It don't matter when it gets there. I'm waiting for it to cash out so I can reload limits. I'm holding the limit drops. We are going to go down again. I know. I can't believe it myself. There's a sell I have in there. So I see those tickets. I saw those tickets and wait a second. There's a sell. I have a sell in there. Oh, I just want to get rid of it so bad. So I want to get rid of that. Yeah, this euro dollar. Just so crazy. Okay. There, I got rid of them. So, feel much better. Thank you. Now we're going to go down. I swear to God, it's going lower. You can't believe it, but it's true. It's fucking true. Right? It is hard to believe, but it's going lower. So now, look how I'm barely using any margin now. So this is where I'm going to cash out and come back. It's quarter after. I'm reloading the wagon. Let's do that again. It was so much fun. Let's do it again. See? This is where I start making money. That dead cat bounce. I love those dead cats, but we're probably going to tank again. You can't believe it, but it's true. They're going to fucking tank this shit again. How do I know? Because I remember for another 45 minutes of fucking insanity is coming now. 45 minutes more than you thought you could ever handle. It's coming. So, here we go. On your mark, get set. Here she goes. It's probably going to go higher now that I got out. You know it always does that. I hate when it happens. So they're not coming back to pick me up any more tickets, and I think I'm so spiteful I end up taking off whatever's on there. Okay. Okay, so we're gonna try to. I think this is gonna lift off here. I think it is coming back though. It's coming back to pick us up. Pick us up at the starting gate. All over Gans. Yeah, so look at this thing rip. Now the euro's ripping. I don't get out of the euro though. I stay in the euro. I'm waiting for the pound to come back and give us that double dip. You know he wants to. Everybody wants some. I want some too. So, double dipper. Wow, look at this. Beautiful euro. And the euro tanks again. Don't forget. I think they're filling my pound, I think, at this point. Okay, we still got time left. To the top of the hour. All right. I'm sorry, till the crude oil is going to come out. So let me fast forward. Because I know I end up using more margin. I swear I do. Here it is. Now here's the pound. So what did I say? No, what did I tell you? Look at the pound. Now look at this pullback. Can you believe it? I got out here. You saw me. I dumped. The news hasn't come out yet. And look where we're at. Look at this stuff, man. Look at this pullback. You can't believe it. Oh my God. We're gonna max out the margin again. Now I am putting in these risk 20 to make 40 for 3 hours here. Happens very fast. It's just unbelievable how harsh how vicious the pound is. It's vicious. Even this, I'm buying more euros, a euro drop. So I really am loading up now for the big trade. And now I'm putting in the risk 13 to make 33 and risk 20 to make 40, risk 20 to make I'd say my biggest kind of winner is 40 pips. 33 pips here, 20 to make 33. It's just a pretty decent ratio considering the way I'm trading it. Which is I want to canvas an area. So all these tickets are stacked in now. I'm going for the retest. I figure, well, yeah, storm's kind of over. There's one more piece of news coming out. Crude oil's coming out. It's one more piece of the puzzle. And there's always kind of the retest. I just can't imagine trading at the market unless, like I said, unless I'm not big enough. I'm like, holy shit! Like now down at the bottom there on that pound. Boy, that's one of those times where you're like, holy shit, we're down here. Like I said a million times, I can't believe we're going this low. But we did go that low. Now look at this thing rip. Look at that psycho rip. And here I'm thinking, as soon as this happened, I'm like, gosh. Okay, this is the euro. This is fine. On the pound, I'm thinking, shit. Now the pound drops more. Now I'm picking some. I think I put a 30 to make 80 pips on some of these. That's a long range thought, but this is the 5-minute chart. Do you realize that? Let me just explain this. This is the 5-minute chart. How fast this market came flying off this. The viciousness of that. And it's already back to crushing down again. It's just mind-blowing. Blows my mind every time. I cannot believe how violent and fluctuatables, how fluctuating, the fluctuatedness of the price action. Somebody said it was price action in the comments. Yeah, I think it is price action. What the fuck it is? It's price action with a ball peen hammer. It's beyond price action. It's price violence. Silence is violence. Price action is violence. The crude oil hasn't come out. 10 minutes to crude. 10 minutes to Wapner. 10 minutes to crude here. Oof. There she blows. Look at the fill on that puppy. Now that's what I'm talking about. Now just try to take that in a little. Did you see that? That's fucking real, dude. So there's no Snorex here, babe. This is hard fucking core shit. That was hardcore. That thing just dropped. Okay, just back that up if you could, just please. Why doesn't ICT explain these trades to us? Check this fucking shit out. Sorry for swearing, but you can't. There's no other way to describe this. We take it up to 10 minutes after. Well, this is just insane. Here she comes. Now, this would be, I'm thinking this is about how many pips in 1 minute. This is going to drop another 13 pips. And look, I think I'm kind of being like, oh, maybe it'll come down here. Now, you see what I'm dropping? People ask me all the time, like, how do you buy this shit? Probably not the way I'm doing it here, but holy shit. Like, can you really tell me, if ICT's watching, please post on my comments there. I don't ban you from my thing. I'm not like the fucking government. So, explain to me, what do you call that pullback? Are there sellers up there? Was that the supply zone? Oh, it's fun. Yeah. Top tick Tommy to. Now, you might have thought, oh, well, I know this setup. I trade setups with ICT. We do that in the morning. Put a buy limit right here. It's top becomes a bottom. It does? Yeah. Dude, you don't know anything. Watch. I want to show you in playback. See? Watch. See, I'm over prepared because I'm going to buy a little deeper just in case they overshoot that. Just in case they overshoot that structure point, I'll put some buy limits deeper. See, I covered you. See, it's not my first rodeo, son. Come on. I mean, Corn Pop do this trade all the time. Now check it out. You remember where my structure point entry is? I can't draw on the chart because it's already been recorded. But you know what I'm talking about here. And I'm compensating by putting some limits down here just in case we overshoot the runway just a little bit. A little overshoot. You know how markets are. They're kind of violent. It's price action. Oof. It's price action without the lubricant. Oh, it is so rough. Now, in 1 minute, behold, I'm just going to do a frame by frame here. Meanwhile, I'm putting in limits like I got you. Like that guy that drove him and his girlfriend drove over a rock and killed people. I got you. I got this. I'm macho. I may be on the swim team, but I got this. I got you. I know what's going on. Oh, catch, buy low. I got you. Buy low. You grid trader. Yeah, grid trader. So, I'm throwing him deep just in case. Threw him in deep. Just look at me coming in front deep. I know this game. You gotta buy low, right? I'm buying real low. Yeah, are you now? You buying low, is you now? It's gonna be. You got 20 seconds to 10 after, until 20 after. You got 20 seconds till 20 after. What? No, what'd you say again? I'm listening. No, I'm listening. Keep going. I'm listening. No, I'm not just reading. Okay. What did you say the quote came in at? My tick chart. There's something wrong with my tick chart. Now look at this. What in the flying fuck is this stuff? What, those are order blocks, son? That's value gap entry price range shit. You know, come on, don't be stupid. We didn't know. The account just went like I can't see the account right now. Now I'm thinking, our margin usage is going to go back up real hard now. We're going to go all in. So I reloaded the gun. We cashed out. This is rinse and repeat. But this is more than a rinse and repeat. This is like a whole new pair of jeans. All right, look at that. Now in 3 seconds. Check that shit out. Now that is in 5 seconds. It's a pip a second. Coming down in. Now, I should have tickets down here, but I have tickets here. I'm thinking, wait a minute, what happened to that structured trade you were doing? Oh, I don't know. I think they overshot it. Price action. I'm going to play it bit by bit here. Now, look at this. Look at that. Look at that euro. Holy shit. It's not even 20 minutes after. This is bit by bit, blow by blow. We can't see the balance here. But I know I'm making money on something because they're both coming off the floor now. Now I'm thinking, let's hold on to that and let's put more limits in. And this is the most insane swing trade is what we're watching. Because if this takes out this, if by the end of the week the euro and the pound are up 100 pips from here, wow, this is a beatdown day. Today's the beatdown. Now I gotta go finding the balance. I'm curious to see what the balance is here. It's a wild Wednesday. The most wicked amount of volatility is just so wicked. I'm still looking for where I'm at on the account. I know I filled it. Man, now this would be paradise if we get just right amount of fill here. Let's see where we're at. I don't want to overtrade it. Okay, so this is nearly a perfect fill at this what I'm viewing. Almost $1,000 in margin. Decent amount of free margin, and we're in the retest mode of this giant psychodrama. It is psychodrama, let's face it. How do you explain this stuff? And I don't use indicators because the price is the indicator. Like, this could be the sell, this could be resistance, and this could be support. I don't know, you think? But then again, you have, like, this is support, this is resistance, I'm sure this is resistance, but, you know, what are you doing about it? if you buy somewhere in here and sell somewhere in here, you kind of cover it. Yes, you could say, well, look at this. And, wow, it's never coming back down here again. That thing's going to break out and just keep running, is it? How do you figure? And even if you figure that, well, the amount of tickets I'm running, if you have your finger on the take profits key, but here, I don't have a choice. If I decided to buy this thing, I'm in. So I don't feel like I have a choice if I commit to this buy low, sell high here. Now I'm going to go check the euro. I think I go check the euro here because I want to see, well, can I put some more? Now they're filling the euro. Because see the euro's tanking? Remember put the limits in? Now we're getting them both filled hard as hell here. Now this would be the third time. This is the shoulder of this 5-minute chart on this inverted head and shoulders here. I just get a glimpse of my balance. I wish I had that running all the time, but you can't have this view. Well, you could, but the way the colors are set, you can't really see that. I could have it on there, but I kind of want to. I don't know. I could have it so you could just see the balance, because otherwise I'm chasing the fucking thing around here. All right, so here we are, stabilizing, and I'm thinking, let's put in some buy limits. Let's ride the big kahuna wave north. We've got free margin. As long as we go, so my thought here with real and fake money always is, as long as we don't take out this, we're golden. So we don't have to add to this position. If I'm in the swing mode, my swing thought is, as long as I don't take that out. We know the scalpers, the people that scalp are going to dump here. And the big swing traders are going to ride that thing. Isn't that a classic view? Let's see what happens. So that's our view. And so I want to buy more here because I got free margin. That's all I'm thinking of, free margin. I'll never forget my tequila buddy. When he saw the word free margin, he goes, I get free margin. I go, dude, that's music to my ears. It's not that I just have, I'm in a trade. I have free margin. I can get in bigger. So now we're getting bigger. We're slamming down. The pound is buying more. Wish I could scroll down there. The pound's buying more. The euro's buying more. It's more and more and more. All right. That's a Dennis Wolfberg jug. He's in the hotel room. And he went next door to ask for. Oh, here's the pound tanking on the hourly chart. So the hourly chart looks so bizarre. That was the sell window on the pound. But look how it's retesting. More Marvin, more. I thought his first name was Moore. Last name Marvin. All right, it's tanking into the limits here. I'm trying to get the perfect fill, so we're going for it. Back up to $1,000 a margin, and I believe this is the last of the Mohicans down. Waiting for crude oil to come out. I got margin available. Now I'm putting in these. I'm going to go into some really good ratios later on here, or I'm trying to make 42 pips or something. With 18 pip stops. I mean, good ratios. Not a great target. Not for the swing trade. Oh, another sell-off in the euro. Stacking in again. So I got enough margin available, I'm assuming. So here's 13 pips to make 33 pips. Same thing here on the pound. This 15-minute pound dropping again. Still going down. Oh, unbelievable. This crude oil hasn't come out yet. Look at this thing. It's still banging down here. Unbelievable. Get enough margin. Let's do it. Come on, Jethro. Jump on that train. Oof. All right, so we're still in a sweet spot. We've got the $1,000 of margin running. Got some breathing room. Some limits could fill. We've got some free margin available. We're just sitting, waiting it out. Okay, looks like it's about ready to bounce. Let's speed it up. Crude oil's coming out. Crude oil is coming out here in. I go to crude oil to see what's going on. Curiosity. And that's crude oil market on the 15. That's the yen. Okay. Here we are, the moment of truth. Our crude oil inventories is coming out right now. The chart, it goes up actually, so it rejects this. It's good for us because dollar down, crude up, euro up, crude up. I think. I've seen the move. It's not guaranteed they're going to move in concert, but I'm just curious, so I'm waiting for this crude oil trade. Speed that up a little bit. Jesus, can't take it. I can't take the fuck, can't take it. I can't even take it on playback, so let me speed that up. Gotta be careful with the mouse here. It goes both ways. Okay, shit. Okay, that was it. Wait, I want to see the goddamn crude oil. Oof. Okay, there it is. Crude oil's coming out. Boom. There it is. Crude oil came out. Now the margin. I have $700 available now. Looks great to me. Europe's closing soon. So I think from here to the end. Yes, from here to the end. In 1 hour, we're going to make about $1,200 here. I'm holding on to that trade in the pound. I'm holding on to the euro. And now she's going to rip up. Let me fast forward. I'm just going to watch the balance now. Okay, so now we have a sweet thing where we got picked up on some more limits, I see, because we're using $1,200 in margin. Now the margin's fading away. But since I have giant targets for my swing trades, now look where the pound ended up. So you could have done this trade. There's so many trades you could have done here. All right, you could have done this one. Fuck, I keep hitting this thing wrong here. Really? Okay. Oh, I keep screwing up this. Oh, I guess so. Anyways. For some reason, it just won't let me out of the drawing mode. So here, so remember this was supposed to be the top. It became a bottom. It overshot. It's vicious. In 5 seconds, it went here. If you'd bought that and you dump here at top tick Tommy, or you're selling here, look at all the range trades in that. Which one do I take? I don't know. I take them all. I mean, just canvas the area, but I can see that this is where you should be cashing out. But I'm not, because I'm going to hold this through the night, so to speak. Because I'm just going to go to sleep. I did this video, so I throw limits down here. I got picked up on some kind of drifty stuff. I don't know where the account's at now, but God knows. Okay, let me fast forward to the end of this. Okay, so this is here. Now look, it's still pulling back. Look, it's still coming down deeper again. And I'm buying more. I got limits in there, see them? Sell it back to $1,200 a margin. This looks like the final pullback in the pound, and the pound's going to go up now. And here's where I'm going to make all my money now. The final phase into 11 o'clock here. That's the perfect pullback. Breakout, pullback, drifty, drifty, drifty at the end of the day. Perfect climax setting up here in the pound. I'm going to dump everything. I'm going to dump everything here. And I'm going to reload on limits. So watch. So I'm at $2,400. I'm using $1,300 a margin. I loaded the fucking wagon. Okay. On these other, when it came back. Again, it came back. So I'm just tired, so I'm just going to go through this fast. But trust and believe. I've fast forwarded to this point, but now we're back to the seller's window. I'm ready to get out of this thing. Dump it and reload again on limits. It's rinse and repeat trading. So it's I'm fast forwarding through some of this drama. $1,300 a margin. I kind of want to dump out of. I'm dumping out of everything at the end of this. I'm dumping out of everything. When we get to 2,800, I think I go flat, come back in with limits. So it's like I made $800. But although, to be in a $1,300 position right now is the goal. To be in a big position. But so you don't. I mean, this is such a brutal, and this is the brutal auction. Where you make a new low here, and then you take out this high. A couple times, but even these pullbacks, when you nick the wick, look at this. You can't see it on here because it's a 50-minute chart, but this is like wango, tango, wango. You can't even see the drama in there. That was, so here's that, oh wait, see, that was the NASDAQ and the Dow Jones coming off the bottom there. Now I'm getting ready to dump this. This is the pound. Get ready to go flat on this stuff. And then just put some really, just put a few scattering of orders in for another retest. Like it just it seems a retest. That's all it does. Definitely want out. Let me fast forward. Okay. So here it comes. Okay, as the pound goes up here, pretty sure I'm getting ready to cash out of that. Should be getting out right here, actually. But I'm not. I'm waiting, I guess. All right, that's the pound on the 1 hour. I've automatically been cashing out because I'm down at 1290 margin usage now. I'm definitely going to get out. So, right here, I'm cashing out. I'm pretty sure I'm going to cash out of the pound. Still holding over $1,000 of margin right there. So that's the end. And then I'm going to put in limits, and then when I turn off the video ends, and then as you were. But yeah, so that was the trades I did today. And right now I'm still in the euro tonight. I just added on a little sell off here in Europe, so I'm looking for the euro to take off for another 20 to 40 pips, and I'll be getting out of the euro probably when the jobs report comes out tomorrow. If it goes up into the jobs report, I'm hoping that's what happens. Of course, that's always my hope. I'm very bullish. I still haven't cashed out of this, but I'm about to. I must be coming near the end of the video. Oh shit! All right, so look at the pound now. So I'm about to get out of the pound. I'm pretty sure. I'm automatically getting out. We're at 2,700, but I want to go flat here. That's just too too ridiculous of a price, so we really should just get the fuck out. Come on, get out. So it's I don't want to miss the cash out point. Okay, so you got 8 minutes left in the video. I'm pretty sure at one point I come over here and hit the take out profits. I got to find the script again because I don't have it on deck. I'd definitely be getting it out. If I had hotkey on the pound right now, I'd just sell everything I own right there. As I'm a trader, I mean, this is still a dead cat bounce. We could retest tonight and go lower. You know, the retest is almost guaranteed on some level. I see I missed my exit there. It's pulling back off that rooftop on the 1 hour. No, sir, didn't like it. So I'm just automatically cashing out. I think on the euro there, it's making new highs. All right, so the pound's pulling back off the highs there. Not good. I kind of missed our exit. We missed it a little bit there. I'm not crazy about that. So, you learn something out of these playbacks. Of course, I really wasn't real money. And so I was kind of like, let it go. Let it go to the bottom of the hour. Europe's closing. What was it going to tank now? Come on, man. I'm also not getting out of the euro, which I'm not sure. I might get out of the euro first, maybe. I don't remember what I did here. God damn it! Can't keep tracks of what I'm doing. It's got to be coming here pretty fast because I'm pretty sure I go flat before we get out. Yes, I know we do. I'm thinking, well, you know, at this point I'm thinking, you know, let's just get out. You missed your premium exit here. See it backing off. I guess I had the patience to wait until nearly the bottom of the hour. Rare for me. Still holding this big fat margin because we were at 2,700 and that was a sweet spot. We were 2,700 there. Could have dumped the whole thing, got out, refreshed it. But I'm going to refresh at the end here. So, okay, so we're making a lunge here. So I think I cash out of this maybe. The euro first, because look at the euro. It's on fire. Damn thing's on fire. All right. Come on, baby. There you go. I'm getting ready to get out. I must be. I'm gonna go look for the take out profits key. Per symbol. The preferred method, right? All right, here we go. This is the end game. I have to be getting out here. Must. God, I can't take it out. I'm going to scroll down and find the take out profits key. For God's sakes, get the fuck out. Okay, so here we go. I always click on the chart because to make sure I'm activating. So here I'm cashing out. Premium cash out point. Forget what I said. But this is where we were a second ago. A very fast exit. I'm scrolling through to show you the cash out. This is a very fast exit. Now we're down to 900 margin there. Still in $900 a margin. And the euro's going up, and I suppose it's kind of automatically getting out of something there. And I'm going to go to the euro next and cash out of that. I want to see what the usage is when I get to the end here. Oh, so there you go. We're totally out of the pound. Those are just limits lingering to get refilled. Now I'm going to go to the euro, and I'm going to cash out of the euro, and then I'll come back and throw in some limits, and then it's the end of the video. That's all she wrote. And I'm sure the pound's going to keep going up for a little bit, but like I say, I'm not sticking around for anything there. I guarantee you if that was real money, I'd be flat right now. I'd go take a nap, so I did. Now I'm going to cash out of this puppy. And then I'm going to put in limits, and then I'm going to call it a day. And that's a nice 40 pips there off the bottom. So my real money trade, I did that one today, and I put in some limits tonight, and I'm buying a little bit of a pullback, but I'm holding on for another 20 pips up. Another 30 pips up. Actually, I could move my targets. All right, let's get out. Boom. Very fast exit on this guy. I'm going to go flat into the bottom of the hour. And that is it. That is the trade I did. It's easier to do it like this because if I try to talk over while I'm doing this, I think I'd lose my mind. And it's funny that I can't remember what happened, but I do remember double margin calls today on that account. The first one was worse. It felt worse. The second one was like, holy shit. So 2,700, almost 2,800. Now, I'm going to just throw in some kibitz limits, and then, like, these are just, these are just dumb shit. Super, now rinse and repeat. So, are we going to go down tonight in the next 8 hours? Probably. I don't even know where the account's at right now. Here, I'll take a look at the end, but so here's how I typically trade it. It says I just canvas that area just like that. That's what it looks like. Same thing with the euro, and same thing, man. So that's the magic of limit entry. And we just re-canvas, go take a nap. If it goes down, we buy another bottom, another double bottom entry. That's what I'm talking about. See, 1,000 points of light. See how that works? That's what I'm telling. Next thing you know, Jed's a millionaire. Ken folks said stay away from the limit tickets. No, it's just a deep dive. And now I feel like I can relax. Look at the sellers coming in off that. We got out just in time, son. Bottom of the hour. Told you. That 5-minute window, bottom of the hour. It's time to get the fuck out. Get the fuck out. You're up on that tree. So that's the big, that you got to know when to hold them, when to fold them. Whew, man. And look at that. I think I've picked up a few tickets here. I know later on today I looked at the account and we got filled on something here. So look at this. I think we pick up like a 5K coming in right here. It's my favorite feeling right here. We just picked up a 2K starting all over again. All that bullshit, fucking retest and shit. And this thing goes lower today, actually. I want to take a look at the account now. So that's that, son. That's all she wrote. Now, let's take a look where the account stands now. Now, what should your account look like? Oh, gosh, I'm afraid to look now. So here's what I did. Here's the limits I put in. Look how they overshot the runway again. Look at the British pound. So, look how fucked up this is, dude. Top tick Tommy. That was my exit. And I put my sleeper cells in. Guess what? Didn't put in enough. Fucking came down here again. I can't believe it. And that's just tonight. It probably were in bad shape. I better take a look. So that's not very conscious trading. I did not really babysit this. Yeah, we're in a standard lot. So look how wide my stop is, though. That's the ones I dropped at the end of the video. I feel like buying more, to be honest with you. So let's do this. Let's put in the 8 hours tonight. Let's just buy more down here. Put some scalps in. Put some bad ratios in like this. Oh, I don't know why I bother doing these demos. But you see, now, this is what it is. And people say, what did you do to demo? Okay, look at, you saw how much work. That was fucking 3.5 hours of trading. You want to do that? It's just like a normal job, dude. It's just, you put to drop the tickets. I'm going to get aggressive here for the scalp. 16 to make 12. 13 to make 33. I don't know if we'll make it. But there's tomorrow. Don't forget, we could retest down here. So I think whatever the broker lets me lay in, let's do a frantic load. And now it's live. Oh, look at this. Another retest. I'm ready to go. Let's go. So this is the ones I threw in earlier. And I don't know if I got stopped out. It looks like I didn't. It looks like maybe they didn't fill. Maybe they did. I don't know. Doesn't matter because look at, we could just buy here again. Look at how, I remember I used to think trends existed. Remember those days? 80% of the market is not trending, so why aren't people range trading it? Oh, I don't know. You can't explain it. Oh, shit. Here. Really? This fucking... Here, let's do this. Now, these are really very conservative. These are super wide tickets. 15 pip range. We can be a pig here. Let's just lay these in. Stack them and rack them, baby. Oh, I just, if I can't trade like this, why bother? I just want to trade like a fucking grid pig. I don't want to sit there and fucking, I got my finger on the trigger and I got a Fibonacci and I got a, let's see, a moving average crossover system. How about just a fucking buy limit, blow your face out system? That's what I'm talking about, man. We're just going to buy because this is going down. How's that work? Oh, look at this. At work, I like this, see? I love the 4-hour tickets. Like, look at this. I have all the confidence in the world that if it comes down here, they're going to fill it in 4 hours. Give me some of that. Give me some of that fucking trade, you son of a bitch. We want some of that here. Let's get in. I'm all in. I'm all in on these trades. Come on, let's go. Brandon, come on. Bring it. Here. Come on. Come here, you. Look at the retest. What a bonus tonight. Another bonus trade. Beautiful. Look at it. Look at it. Oh, God. I don't think I want to buy at the market almost. I don't think I'm going to get very filled here. I'm only in standard lot. Oh, well. See, that's the thing. If we would have been more paying attention. We could definitely put some more in. Let's do it. Let's go for the big targets. I know I got some in here. 26 pips with the 14 stop. Let's just get in front of it like a pig. There's no shame in my game here. We buy low. We don't care. We don't care. Here's a nice 33 pips. You want a good ratio? There it is. 33 risking, what is it? 33 risking 13. 6Ks. Here you can just overlap them. If you're paranoid, if it's your first time in the pool. Okay, now this is to make 5 pips. Now this is a crazy trade. 12 to make 5. I wrote that for the scalper. Now, let's get this account really amped up. Oh, we're picking up some K. Look at that. Beautiful. Yeah, let's start buying new lows. This is to make 5 pips with a 12 pip stop. Can you make this trade? Yeah, maybe not. So we're gonna interlace all these tickets with this one, which is the bad ratio scalper. Everything comes in super deep. For 4 hours down here, I don't think we're going to make it down here 4 hours. Lucky to make it down here. So what do you think is possible, like on the sell-off? So you got to think of probabilities. And now the pound, we're going to give it a little more width. We're going to go for the 30 to make 20. Now, I could have used this one today on the pound because we could have survived this kind of sell-off here for 4 hours. Now put the bad ratio scalps in. 16 to make 8. 16 to make 8. I'm just going to max out the account tonight. Apparently. We're at the next harmonic entry. You done real good. Don't wish him into the cornfield, though. Get stopped out of that trade. You done real good. No, we like when it snows. No, we like a good stop hunt. Or is it? We like good ratios. No, we're not. Here they are. Now that's a 20 pip range though. See, I'm not up for that. Let's see. These are mostly scalps, to be honest with you. I don't have any. Here it is, 42 pips. So here's my monster. 18 pips stop to make 42 pips. That's a good trade. Now that is the swing trade, and I ran that today. I think I fast forwarded through that part where I ran that one today. So here's tonight's stack. Rack 'em, stack 'em, get a beer. Nothing's going to change what happens here. So we're going to put in the 3Ks for 2 hours down here. In the glorious retest, double bottom. Retest, double bottom. British pound. British pound still retesting, still tanking. Nobody like it. Nobody like that. It's got a double mask. Oof. It needs a booster. Baby needs a booster. Booster no work. You're making me sick. She don't like. Oh, here's another. Here's a good one. 30 to make 80. This is designed for the pound. 30 to make 80. Are you up for that? Yes. Now these, if you have these in your hand and you're dragging and dropping these things, this is for the pound. 30 to make 80 in a 15 pip window. Wow. I think that'll about do it for this account. Okay. So that's that. Anyways, we got through a 3-hour video in 2 hours and 26 minutes. Pretty damn good, all right?